Okay, we are here with Carman and Jeff from Kula Partners, longtime Podcamp people, from organizing to presenting to attending. So,
She should use up like a full 90 seconds.
I know. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you got to hammer through that. Okay, we're going to try and keep this quick, but this is sort of around presenter kind of tips, things to do, things not to do for your Podcamp presenting or sessions. So go ahead. What's the best advice?
I'll try to be really quick about it. I think number one, and one of the really important things is just don't sell shit. Don't come to Podcamp just looking to sell your stuff. I think most people can kind of smell that from a mile away, and it's really quite a shame when you see a Podcamp session time slot going to waste, really, because somebody's there just only talking about them and only trying to sell their stuff. And meanwhile, people are just walking away, and maybe 2 or 3 people are staying behind just to try to make that person feel good. You don't want to be that person, so don't just go and sell stuff.
Number 2, if you've been coming to Podcamp for a while, and even if you haven't, chances are you probably already have a pretty good idea of what social media actually is. So we don't really need a whole lot of sessions on social media 101. What is Twitter? What is Facebook? What is LinkedIn? Offer something a little bit broader than that, or a specific example of how a case study or something. If you're going to be talking about the usefulness of social media, do something that's valuable for people, that they'll get something more out of it than just how to set up a Twitter account. It's just not useful in 2013.
And I think that's really important. Like, just remember, this is Sunday. It's early morning, and it's January in Halifax.
It's bloody cold.
It's ridiculously cold, and people are coming out. They're taking time out of their weekend. They're hungover, and they're more than a little pissed off if you're there and you're not offering value. So I do think that there's something really to be said for thinking about the people that are in the room, what's motivating them to come there, and what can you really offer that's of value and of service to them. And if you come at it from that approach, then I think you're really a lot further ahead.
Yeah, and further to that point is just the idea of what is valuable to people at Podcamp is different than what's going to be valuable to people at HPX or the AIM conference or the CMA conference. This is a very diverse group, very different experience levels. It's not all techies, it's not all entrepreneurs, it's not all startups. There's a lot of community groups and people who don't necessarily have the same experience as those kind of who are all in the marketing space that might be showing up third Wednesday. So there's opportunities to do something different there. So, and actually that kind of leads to the last point we wanted to talk about is if you are going to be presenting, try something different. Don't give the talk that you've been giving for your company all year. Try and roll out something that is entirely different. Just make it just for this audience. And maybe try and do something a little bit different than just a traditional slide deck. Last year was the first time I ever presented without slides, just to see if I could. So it was kind of fun, and I think people kind of enjoyed the interaction from it. It makes it a little different than normal.
I don't recall liking the session at all.
You're not supposed to. Wasn't for you.
So yeah, I think there's some quick tips anyway, and hopefully that helps.
Thanks, guys.